Happy Mooncake Festival. Moon Festival.
We're going to tell you about some cool places where you can enjoy the moon in Taiwan. I'm Natalie So.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. Let's check out the stories on our radar.
The disputed Diaoyutai Islands are back in the news after a collision between a Taiwanese fishing vessel and a Japanese Coast Guard boat. Taiwan, Japan, and China all claim ownership over the islands. The collision brings into question the future of a 2013 fisheries agreement with Japan, allowing Taiwanese fishing boats to operate in areas near the islands. Chinese warplanes have continued incursions into Taiwan's air defense identification zone this week. 2 Chinese anti-submarine aircraft entered into the zone Tuesday on 2 separate occasions, and Taiwan scrambled fighter jets to chase them away. The time travel drama Someday or One Day was a big winner at this year's Golden Bell Awards, Taiwan's awards for excellence in broadcasting. The TV drama took 4 awards, making it one of the year's most lauded new productions. Taiwan is gearing up for a spike in domestic travel, with back-to-back long weekends for the Mid-Autumn Festival and National Day. Already, lodging at popular getaway spots in scenic eastern Taiwan is almost completely booked. Latecomers will just have to hope for cancellations, and everyone will need to be prepared for heavy traffic and crowds of people.
Now for our words of the week, Andrew.
Yes.
My word.
Let's see what you have. Run away. RBG. Relish. Relate. Relax.
Relax.
Are you
Time
talking
to relax, Andrew?
straight to me?
To all of us, actually. We have a big holiday weekend. We can relax and go out in nature, enjoy the moon, and enjoy time to ourselves and with our families.
That's great. I love it. I'm going to take that as advice.
All right.
You ready for my word?
Yes.
All right.
Gamer, gazing.
Gazing. I love the word gazing. It's like a half step away from grazing, which means eating. So if you're not eating something delicious during the holiday, you can be gazing at the moon. A little recreational astronomy.
That
it's great
sounds
for any
great.
holiday. Yep.
Let's put these on the shelf. Instead of a top story, let's have some mooncakes, Andrew.
I would love that. And you're going to pour
and
some tea.
And some tea for us to begin with.
Excellent. And before we get into these, we want to tell you about a very special group of people that is creating some great mooncakes. Have a look.
The Mid-Autumn Festival is a time for families to gather together and gaze at the moon. But that could be difficult for these inmates in northeastern Taiwan. Instead, they are wrapping their wishes into traditional moon-shaped pastries. One woman says she might set up a food stall in the future using the skills that she has learned. The mooncakes that they are making boast excellent quality. 2 flavors in particular, green onion and curry pork, are getting rave reviews. One customer says she can tell that the pastry was made with good ingredients, adding that the lard and curry go together perfectly.
It's great to see these women learning some new skills while they're in prison.
Absolutely. But I can't help but think that at this time of the year when everybody's with their families, there are so many people that are not.
That's
so
true.
we want to think about them at this time of the year.
All right. So we are going to enjoy some mooncakes, and we have with us Leslie Liao. Leslie, have a mooncake.
Thank you very much.
And some tea.
Thank you. But before we go on, guys, I think you ought to see this week's hashtag really quickly.
Uh-oh. Now he's got me worried. What's coming up in hashtag?
Really?
Let's check it out.
This week on Hashtag Taiwan, I want to talk to you about Moon Festival 2020. This year, it's coming up on October 1st. In Taiwan, we celebrate Moon Festival in many ways. We barbecue, eat pomelos, and of course, look at the moon. Oh, and we also eat mooncakes. Mooncakes are delicious, and they come in a huge variety of flavors. Generally, mooncakes are made with red bean, mung bean, or date paste fillings. Sometimes they'll have egg yolk, sometimes they won't. But mooncakes have also evolved with people's tastes. There are now cheesecake-filled mooncakes, ice cream mooncakes, and even Oreo-flavored mooncakes, like the ones seen in Vietnam I talked about last year. But did you know that mooncakes are deceptively calorific? Mooncakes are generally quite small, maybe about 3 inches in diameter, but they are dense. Check out this graphic, which has been circulating the internet for a few years now. This picture always reminds me to mooncake moderately, and yes, I used mooncake as a verb. A mooncake can be anywhere from 700 to 900 calories, which is about 1/3 to half the suggested daily intake for an adult. Even the most conservative mooncake, which is the baked lotus seed paste mooncake, is the caloric equivalent of 5 fried chicken drumsticks. I mean, personally, I'd choose the 5 fried chicken drumsticks over the mooncake, but that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Mooncakes are so calorie dense because of their high sugar and high fat content. Anyway, if I've successfully turned you off of mooncakes for this moon festival, allow me to suggest an alternative. Instead of enjoying mooncake with your mouth, enjoy them with your eyes. Ray on Twitter had the genius idea of judging mooncake emojis from different online platforms. Honestly, I didn't even know mooncake emojis were a thing. You might be wondering, how do different platforms have different emojis? Shouldn't they be all the same? In short, Unicode dictates what objects can become emojis, and tech companies are free to interpret the emojis however they want within reason. First up is the Apple emoji found on iPhones. Ray says, nice egg wash, good bake, solid little sunny pattern. I actually agree, that mooncake looks pretty photorealistic for an emoji. Next, Google has the entire yolk in the side, solid filling, some gradients, could be better on the rounded shape. I know some people will retch at the presence of egg yolk in their mooncakes, but I have come to enjoy it. Microsoft, this is a Ritz cracker. She's not wrong. Samsung also has a side yolk, but otherwise similar to Apple, but with a more traditional pattern. I use a Samsung and I never noticed a mooncake emoji, but then again, I don't really use emojis. I use the original emoji, my face. A cut yolk detail from WhatsApp. Facebook, please take notes. Wait, doesn't Facebook own WhatsApp? Shouldn't they be the same? A nice center yolk, but I don't know what this top is supposed to be. Twitter? Is it like a chocolate ganache? I would eat one. I would eat one too. Oh, you know this Facebook one is dense, like you need the whole family to eat one. That's a cake! Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this detailed look at calorie-free, digitized mooncakes. I hope it helps curb your urge to mooncake excessively this year. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I really want a mooncake right now.
Well, there's your mooncake. Leslie, do you still want it?
Not after using those 900 calories.
It's hard to believe, right? This small little thing can have half of your daily
Egg
calorie
yolk.
requirements.
Egg yolk is very nutritious, actually.
Very nutritious?
That's the best part, the most nutritious part. We're going to try it anyways.
Very flaky.
It's all yellow inside.
Yeah, I think I got all egg yolk.
I got all egg yolk
Me
too.
too. This is good.
Delicious.
Wow.
Very good.
That's amazing. Well, as you're enjoying your mooncakes, there's something else you can do, and that is gazing at the moon. Now, the best place to do that, perhaps this year in Taiwan, is Taiwan's first international dark sky park. Now, where is it located? Well, that's the subject of today's Taiwan Explained. There are 3 international dark sky parks in Asia, one in Japan, one in South Korea, and as you might guess, one right here in Taiwan.
Right, and you're going to tell us all about it, and you have the perfect outfit today. It looks like you have stars on your shirt.
Yes, that's right.
Cute.
We planned this. The night sky, she's the moon, I guess.
And you're the sky.
So, international dark sky parks, as you can guess, this is a very dark park. And it's designated by the International Dark Sky Association. So where's the park located here in Taiwan? Let's have a look.
When you hear about Mount Hehuan, you might think about people climbing it like these kids here. It's one of the most popular hiking destinations in Taiwan. It's also one of the few places in the country, and often the first each winter, to get a dusting of snow. Hehuan-san is located in the central mountain range. It stretches laterally across the island, straddling the divide between Nantou and Hualien counties. There are plenty of great reasons to visit Hehuan-san, but if you need one more, Taiwan's first international dark sky park has a brand new stargazing platform just in time for the Moon Festival. A dark sky park means that the surrounding area is free from light pollution, and that makes it the perfect place for stargazing, or, in keeping with the holiday spirit, looking at the moon. As you might imagine, a dark sky park has to be, well, dark. That's why these lights, which were installed to help people see where they're going, had to later be removed. It's a small price to pay to protect this perfect view of the night sky.
So, Andrew, what exactly is an international dark sky park?
That's a great question. Now, this is a designation which is given by the International Dark Sky Association. Now, it has to be a park which is open to the public with exceptional dark sky resources relative to the community around it. Now, there's a really rigorous process for determining whether or not a park can be an international dark sky park. In fact, it took them 4 years for Hehuan Mountain, to get this designation.
That's a long time. And so the main issue is cutting down on light pollution?
That's correct. Now, one of the main problems of light pollution is something called sky glow. So on the left, you can see that's a rural area with a very clear view of the sky. And on the right, you can see it's a little bit closer to an urban area. So there's a major problem of sky glow. Just by comparison, you can see very few stars. In 2016, it was determined that 80% of the world lives under sky glow, and up to 99% of Europe and the United States also deal with sky glow. Now, light pollution, of course, is a big problem. It's bad for humans, it's bad for the ecology, it's bad for wildlife, and of course, it's also a big waste of electricity.
Sure. So what should we be doing about it?
Great question. Here are some tips. So only use lighting when needed. Use motion detectors and timers. That way the lights aren't always on. Shield lights and direct them downwards so that it's not wasting the light on other things. Keep your blinds drawn. This will prevent light from inside your house going outside your house. And use warm, white, energy-efficient light bulbs. So there you have it. Those are some great ways to reduce light pollution. And of course, we're going to have some tips for you and some links in the show notes below.
It looks like the weather is going to be pretty good this weekend for the Moon Festival.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
And that means that you'll be able to gaze at the moon if you like, or you can check out some of these great light festivals which are being held all over Taiwan. So recently I captured these videos in Penghu at the Penghu Bay International Light Festival, featuring ocean-inspired light displays like this projection I found in a forest of all places. One of my favorites was this set of what look like snap-apart pieces from a toy model kit showing how to have fun in Penghu. And I also love this installation. It's an anglerfish with an actual lantern for the lantern that hangs in front of its face.
And this Saturday in Taipei, check out the Nuit Blanche or White Nights event put out by the French Representative Office and Taipei City. The annual event, which is held all night long, was started in Paris in 2002. Then it went global. But this year, Taipei will be one of the only cities in the world to host the event. There will be 16 visual displays and several dozen performances, all taking place this year in Nangang District.
And finally, there's going to be a light show at the Queen's Head Rock Formation on the northeast coast of Taiwan. Great place for it, right?
That's a beautiful place. Yep.
So every night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. between now and Sunday, October 4th, there will also be a concert on Saturday night featuring classical music as well as performers like Bobby Chen and Zhou Hui. So there's plenty to do around Taiwan this weekend. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to Yangmingshan for barbecue at a friend's place.
Excellent. I'm going to try to get out and see the Nuit Blanche myself. So we hope everyone has a great holiday weekend.
Now, October is a great month to travel because we have 2 national holiday weekends. And so today I'm going to introduce a new national scenic area, well, the youngest one. And you guys are going to see 3 pictures of it.
Okay.
And you're going to guess what's unique about this national scenic area from these 3 pictures, okay?
Okay.
It's a beautiful place. Let's take a look at the first picture.
Oh,
Those are indigenous people.
That's right. So this place is called the Saraya National Scenic Area. It's the first national scenic area named after indigenous peoples. So it's a tribe, the Saraya tribe. Now let's take a look. So there's a lot of indigenous culture throughout the area. It's very beautiful. Let's take a look at the second picture.
That looks like a lake.
Look at that.
Is that Sun Moon
blue
Lake?
water.
It's bigger than Sun Moon Lake.
Bigger than Sun...
I didn't realize that was possible. What?
Yeah.
Can it be?
I didn't know that there was a lake bigger than Sun
There
Moon Lake.
it's 1/3 bigger than Sun Moon Lake.
Wait, is it? I know it's a dam, right?
It's a reservoir, yeah.
Is it Sunwon?
Sunwon
wow.
Reservoir.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest man-made lake in Taiwan.
Oh, it's man-made.
And also, this scenic area has 7 reservoirs. So the most of any national scenic area. This is just one of them.
What?
And you
a lot of water.
can
A
go
lot of
on
water.
you can go on a boat to enjoy it. You can cycle around it, and there's 7 really beautiful reservoirs to enjoy.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
A beautiful place. Let's look at this last picture.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here.
That looks
Guess
like
what
a
they're doing?
family in mud.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like
They're
she's
having
having
a good
fun,
time,
so it's
right?
not
So
quicksand.
it's
Not quicksand.
So,
they're not playing in mud.
not playing in mud.
Is it like mud baths?
Yeah, it's a mud spring.
Okay.
So
So-
that's a thing?
Is this in Tainan?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Taiwan's only mud spring.
Is it like Guanziling or
Yeah, it's
something?
Guanziling.
Oh, okay.
Guanziling is in the national. Have you been there?
I've been to Guanziling.
And have you gone in the mud bath?
I have.
Really?
I've been to
What's it
mud baths.
like?
It's kind of interesting.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's like hot springs, but it feels different. It has a different like texture to
Does
it.
it feel like
It
you're
feel
in a
dirty?
big chocolate fondue?
Kind of, but not as tasty.
Did you put it all over your face?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's good
sure.
for your skin,
It's
right?
good for your skin.
A lot of minerals,
Exfoliation.
a lot of
Lots of-
minerals, and very therapeutic. Did you feel really relaxed?
Always, whenever I'm in hot bubbly water, I always feel relaxed.
So this is the only place in Taiwan with mud springs, but it's a really beautiful national scenic area. And just this week, the Tourism Bureau put out a video about it.
Cool.
So let's check out that video.
The Seraya National Scenic Area was established 15 years ago. Still, a lot of people have not heard of the place. So the administration decided to spend 2 years producing a video to capture the beauty of Seraya and share it with the world. The video was released on September 29th. The Seraya National Scenic Area is the last of the 13 national scenic areas to be established in Taiwan. It is also the only one named after an indigenous tribe. Though the tribe has not been officially recognized yet, it was made into a national administrative area in 2005 for the richness of its culture, ecology, and agriculture. Seraya has 7 beautiful reservoirs, the highest number of any national scenic area in Taiwan. This includes Hutoupi Reservoir, which is the reservoir with the longest history in Taiwan, and Taiwan's largest reservoir, the Zhenwen Reservoir. Besides the breathtaking landscape, Seraya is also famous for its annual festivals, such as the Taiwan Cycling Festival. People can also go there to enjoy muddy hot springs and delicious local produce such as mangoes, longans, and lotus seeds.
It's time for our lightning round news quiz, where Leslie and Andrew gets as many questions from the news as you can. You can play along at home if you like. So you guys ready?
I think so.
You
Try it.
ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, ready, go. Why might Taiwanese entertainers get fined by the government if they perform at China's National Day celebrations?
Because they're going against the national security law.
Yeah, well, it's a law in Taiwan
Yeah.
for cooperating with mainland in political work against Taiwan.
Okay, wow.
So, what Taiwanese brands won at the World Beer Awards?
Taiwan beer?
Taiwan beer?
Nope.
Another
brand.
Buckskin.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
How
I know
many
my beer.
times have Chinese warplanes come into Taiwan's ADIZ since September 16th?
September 16th.
20 times.
No,
15.
8.
Eight.
Times. A recent poll shows what percentage of Taiwanese believe the U.S. will help defend Taiwan.
60.
That's right, if China attacks. Which American actor launched his 3rd Taiwan social media project this week?
Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt.
That's right. It's called Faces of Taiwan. In an annual ranking by Global Views magazine, what city was found to be the most competitive in Taiwan this year?
Hsinchu, not
That's
Taipei.
right. For the first time, not Taipei. And we'll give you one last question. What did RTI launch this week?
Our
Oh,
app.
an app.
That's
Our
right.
cell phone app.
Our RTI Go app.
Like
Called
RTI Go.
RTI
downloaded
to
it.
go. RTI to go.
RTI to go. I downloaded it too.
My face is on
What do you
there.
think
Your
of it?
face is on
Your
there.
face
I think
is
it's
on there.
great.
Her face is
Wait,
on
what
there.
do you mean my face is on there?
Yeah. My face is on there.
I just see this.
No, like,
it's
you got
called
to
RTI to
scroll
go.
around. They're not going to put you on the front
Okay.
page. You got to work for it, Andrew.
You gotta find your face. Their faces are on there.
So if you want to download it, you can. We'll have the link for you in the show notes below.
That's right. There are 11 languages and lots of features and news and all that good stuff.
All right, it's time for our final question of the day. Now, earlier we had mooncakes with egg yolks in them, right?
That's right.
If you could put anything inside a mooncake, what would it be, Leslie?
The only thing that comes to mind is like a fine custard.
Ooh.
You know, like an eclair filling.
That
I would eat
sounds
that.
good.
Yeah, I think so too.
Natalie?
I like some fresh strawberries and vanilla ice cream.
Ooh, I would eat that too. I would put pecan pie filling inside my mooncake.
That's very sweet.
Nice
It's very
crust.
Thanksgiving of you, huh?
I think so. It's the same time of the year. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this inside look at Taiwan this week. Be sure to connect with us on social media.
Yes, subscribe and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. For Taiwan Insider, I'm Natalie So.
I'm Leslie Liao.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. Happy Moon Festival!